What's up, everyone? It's your boy Big Sarge, AdminTim from the Sons of Liberty. Are you ready for it? So last night, Vice President Kamala Harris had her first debate as a Democratic Party presidential candidate against senile old white guy and former one-term POTUS dongmold tramp who notoriously made history by being the first president to be impeached twice, the first non-Confederate president to lead a failed insurrection, and the first former president to be convicted of a felon, 34 of them. We're having the best week ever, since forever, so far. Monday night primetime, a washed-up conspiracy theorist from New York gets thoroughly owned by a superior opponent from San Francisco, and then Tuesday night, a washed-up conspiracy theorist from New York gets absolutely schooled by a superior opponent from San Francisco. Trump's performance was an unparalleled disaster. He was confused, he doddered, he stumble-fucked his way through the debate, he was incoherent, it was sad and pathetic. Hell, right now, your president, Joe Biden, is heaving an enormous sigh of relief at having been runner-up in the worst debate performance of 2024. And the press is out there giving Trump a pass, like they always do, which is weird because all I ever hear from MAGA ass-clown fuckfaces is that the press is a bunch of liberals and they hate Trump. What's weird is apparently Fox News says Trump lost the debate, but I always expect him to be the weird anomaly no matter what the subject is, just not what I was thinking this morning. Witness the New York Times headline. Fierce? Fierce? The only thing that was fierce was Kamala's absolute savaging of Trump at every opportunity. But what did the MAGA ass-clown fuckfaces expect? I mean, this woman is a former prosecuting attorney. Hell, she was the district attorney. She's the epitome of an attack lawyer, and she was dressed for revenge. And the right wing tried to make a big deal about her over-preparedness, her insistence on her team being absolutely thoroughly prepared, that it was stressful for them to prep her for debates and briefings. What? That doesn't make any sense. For weeks, it's been a thing in the social media sphere that Kamala was going to bait Trump. Her team even said as much. She comes out on stage and immediately nullifies Trump's habit of trying to use his size, not just his height, but his bloated presence and his weird I'm the front half of a centaur lean. And she gets right up in his face, shakes his hand, doesn't back down, and Trump is like, well, fuck! So he manages to act normal for like 3 minutes, and then Kamala says one thing about the small, sad, pathetic, mushroom-shaped size of his rallies. That's a dick joke. And it was like feeding a gremlin after midnight. If you haven't seen any of the Gremlins movies, then get the fuck off my video and go watch it. What are you even doing with your life? Trump lost his shit. It was wild, bro. The last time Trump got spanked this hard by a woman, she had the decency to pee on Trump. Kamala absolutely mopped the floor with him. It was like she pulled the stick out of his ass, turned him over, and used that weird comb-over toupee to clean his drool and piss off the tiles. She made him look like the smallest man who ever lived. Kamala led half a centaur man around the nose like a horse, or half a centaur. Okay, you know what a fucking centaur is, right? I'm not the only D&D playing nerd up in this place. Here's a picture again. Since I'm on the subject of mythological animals, or myths and animals,
the people that came in, they're eating the cats.
What do Republicans have against cats? I mean, first y'all weird idiots are like, childish cat ladies are bad. And now y'all are like, once again, race baiting with the whole, this foreign group I don't like is eating cats. I mean, first it was the Mexicans and their hot dogs. That's a really old trope from the 60s. And then it was Chinese restaurants or Vietnamese people or whatever. And yet the internet loves cat memes and cat videos. No fucking wonder you clowns are losing so badly. We don't even need Beyonce and Taylor Swift to come out and stump for Kamala. You idiots are your own worst enemies. You don't even have to be a mastermind to see it. Speaking of Taylor Swift, I'm not a Swiftie, but Admin V is a hardcore fan, so this shout out is for her and all the other Swifties. Taylor Swift finally, predictably, and publicly made her statement on the 2024 election and declared support for Kamala Harris, and she did it with a cat picture. Any Taylor Swift references are because of Admin V. Thank you, Admin V. She wants me to tell you that true fans knew who Taylor was voting for months ago because she's made it abundantly clear where she stands on the issues. She called Trump a homophobe and a racist in 2019 in a documentary, but it was nice to see her come out directly. And Taylor Swift is a very calculated person, as she's sung many times. I bury hatchets and have maps where I put them. Now, there's an absolute metric fuck ton of video clips and memes about this debate, and I could literally riff on this debate for hours. I almost live streamed myself reacting to it last night, but I ate 6 entire whole-ass chorizo sausages and spent the night sounding like a Keurig machine that was pushing through tightly packed espresso, so that was a bust. I'm not going to cover Trump's fantasy world bullshit about Afghanistan because I've done 2 videos on that. Go look them up in the YouTube and TikTok list of content. I'm also not going to talk about Trump's absolutely high as fuck claim that Russia was scared of him. We all know that MAGA licks Russian boots. We've seen the pictures of Trump and Putin smiling at each other. Only a Kool-Aid drinking cultist would believe that horse shit. I'm not going to talk about Trump never answering, despite having been asked 4 times, about why the Senate blocked the border security bill. Because in addition to the fact that the lying liar lied out of his lying lie hole again, just like any other fucking time his lips are moving, what came out of this shitbird's mouth was more of his demented, senile, incoherent, made-up bullshit. Never trust a narcissist. The death throes of the Republican Party as it shits itself into a pile of rubble and emerges from a chrysalis into the party of MAGA is equal parts tragic, but also a mix of entertaining and stupefying what the fuck moments, like post-birth abortion. You mean murdering an actual born person? Now, as if that didn't take the cake and left a steaming deuce all over it, what kind of unhinged, senile, doddering, incoherent lunatic rants about...
In Springfield, they're eating the dogs, the people that came in. They're eating the cats. They're eating the pets.
I wasn't sure if I was watching The Simpsons or if I was watching an episode of Alf. Now, if you don't know that reference, get the fuck off my video and go watch some Alf. Then report back here for interrogation on what you learned. I can't believe this was the Republican Party's candidate's response to you say weird stuff at your rallies. I can't believe his fool-ass supporters actually get behind this kind of nonsense. I mean, I knew that MAGA cultists were a monolithic juggernaut of fucking stupidity, but are these motherfuckers absolutely divorced from reality? MAGA, what the fuck? This is your candidate? You motherfuckers had the audacity to try and big dick the country with your bullshit about Joe Biden being senile, but this is the circus clown that you prop up as your party leader? Not once, not twice, but 3 times a lady? No wonder the rest of the world hates you with the same passionate hatred that I feel towards my ex-wife. This debate was never about a debate of facts. It's impossible to debate with somebody who literally makes up the weirdest shit as a talking point. This debate wasn't going to move the needle with MAGA. It was more for liberals to have faith in the person that they chose. And to be clear, you did choose Kamala Harris, and no, you didn't need to have another DNC nomination vote because she was already on the ballot, and that's how this fucking process works. So let's not pretend that this debate was going to do anything more than show waffling, flip-flop, shower shoe conservatives who were sitting on the fence that Donald Trump hasn't changed and that his mental faculties are full-blown in a downward spiral. That's a 9 Inch Nails reference.
So yes or no, you still do not have a plan?
I have concepts of a plan. I'm not president right now.
Oh, you have the concept of a plan. Motherfucker, you had a plan for 2016. You didn't do shit. Now you're 2 months from the election. You're bitching about Kamala not having a plan. Narrator, she does have a plan. And you get called out on it, and your response is that you have a concept of a plan? Holy shit, bro, what the fuck?
Now she wants to do transgender operations on illegal aliens that are in prison.
Oh, God! Elliot.
Speaking of holy shit, bro, what the fuck? This motherfucker made up shit that he was like, but making a demented Mad Lib. Let's see. Let's see. Your transgender, your child goes to school and has a forced transgender surgery and comes home a different gender, little Jimmy.
Can you imagine you're a parent and your son leaves the house and you say, Jimmy, I love you so much. Go have a good day in school. And your son comes back with a brutal operation. Can you even imagine this?
This motherfucker doesn't realize that schools can barely afford Band-Aids, much less gender reassignment surgery. That's not in the budget, y'all. These teachers out here teaching your kids doing their own GoFundMes for school supplies, and this coastal elite billionaire is so divorced from reality. Bear in mind, he's already been divorced twice, and if rumors are true, his wife has been fucking the head of Trump Tower security, so it might be a third divorce soon. So divorced from reality that he thinks that school nurses can perform gender reassignment surgery? What's the MAGA obsession with what kind of reproductive organs little kids have? I mean, y'all make an awful lot of noise about pedophiles. Methinks y'all do protest it over much. Y'all out here worrying about transgender reassignment surgery in school, which is like a 0% probability, but you don't give a fuck about the absolutely large possibility that your kid could not come home because the place got shot up. And talk about your fucking priorities. I mean, what the fuck, guys? For the Sons of Liberty, I'm AdminTim, and AdminTim316 says, get fucked and die mad about it. If you like our content, we'd appreciate if you'd like, subscribe, and get notifications. Help us extend our reach by sharing our video content. And if you want to help us beat the algorithm, please leave us a comment on some of our videos. 2 claps and a Rick. Type it in the comments. Woo! Like post-birth abortion. You mean murdering an actual born person? As if that didn't take the cake and leaving a streaming deuce all over it. Streaming deuce? No wonder the rest of the world hates you with the same passionate hatred that I feel towards my ex-wife. Oh, fuck.